Hi everyone and welcome to our Soul Tribe event. It's the 14th of August 2019 and thank you all for joining us tonight. And if you're watching this on the recording, if you've been sent this by somebody, then hey, I'm Tanya and I have been in this business now for 2 years, coming up very close to 2 years. And when I was first introduced to this incredible WE opportunity, I was actually really, really sick. So I came at it from my health really needed a lot of support kind of place. So I had been diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder 4 years before, and so I was pretty sick with chronic pain every single day. I had a lot of other health issues going on as well, massive amounts of different symptoms that were just really hard to get through my day. Struggled with exhaustion, that was my biggest one, and the chronic pain was huge. So for me, when I kind of fell upon this incredible product after taking supplements and spending thousands of dollars on different treatments and therapies that just did nothing, it made sense to me. It was fruits and veggies. I mean, and we all know that fruits and veggies are nature's medicine, right? So for me, it made sense, and I'm like, right, I want to give these a go. And after my incredible results and finding out that there was an opportunity behind this to actually create a life that was bigger than myself, that could give me the choices that I wanted to make for myself and my husband and my children, and to impact the world in such a positive way, to be able to give back to the world in such a positive way, I was really blown away and decided to jump in because it was just a massive change for me, and I knew that I could really make that impact that I wanted in the world. So tonight you're going to hear some really beautiful stories from customers around how this product and the program has changed their life. You're also going to hear some stories a little bit around the business and how that's really, how the business is really helping us to make choices as well in our daily life and into our future. So we are going to pass you on over now to the lovely Tammy, and she's going to tell us all about our product and our program.
Hi. Oh, and video's gone off too. Hang on. I think you've disabled the video, Tanya. It says the host has got to enable it. Okay, there we go. Hi. Sorry about that. Welcome, everybody. So I've just come to do a quick chat about the products and what our program is involved, or what's involved in it. So I will just get cracking. First of all, it's a little express, so I'm going to talk a little bit fast so I can squeeze more info in. But I just want to start with a little background. Juice Plus was originally created by a young man who was trying to save his father from terminal cancer. He had done a lot of juicing, and he had tried to come together with the best combination of fruits and vegetables to fight the cancer and build his immunity. His father had literally a few months left to live, and he managed to stretch his father's life out by years. And this inspired him to look at a way of going from just juice to turning it into a product that he could distribute out to everybody else, because he was really keen to help people get better and heal. So that was the major goal and focus behind these products. And what he's managed to come up with, is the company's been doing Juice Plus for about 30 years, but this guy's been creating this for over 40 years. He's been working on it. And finally, sort of, he's really, really happy with his results. And so then it became the Juice Plus caps. Here we go. And that's the fruit and veg. Then we've got some berries, and then we also have some omegas. And they come in lovely little capsules, like so. Got a couple here. And anyway, inside these little capsules, there's approximately, I think there's 11 fruits, 11 vegetables, and about 11 berries, whole foods. Now, these are all just fruits and vegetables. Okay, the process behind it is growing until the produce is actually ripe, harvesting when the produce is fully ripe and full of all its phytonutrients and at its best and healthiest for us. It's then frozen and smashed up into a nice slushy. They're then taking a lot of the sugar and the carbs out because it actually feeds cancer. And then it's powdered at a really low temperature, so it's still raw and it's retaining all its nutrients and goodies. So then it is encapsulated to stop these products from oxidizing. Okay, so they're not aging, they're not losing any of their benefits. And so that's the fruit, veg, and berries. And then the omegas are a wonderful product that are all of your healthy oils and healthy fats. You've got 3, 5, 7, and 9 in there. 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And they are all vegan. Okay, all the caps, the casings are also vegetable, but inside, all these oils. There's algal oil, which is what the fish eat. Much better than, mass fishing out all the fish. And also the fish are heated. There's all sorts of other things that can be added, solvents and things to get your oils out. These are cold pressed. Pretty much everything here is organic. Okay, they're all tested for any sprays. They're tested for any chemicals, and they're cut if they're not okay. They're very high standards. So the thing with the fruit and veg is that these are just whole foods. They're just there to bridge a gap. They're not a supplement. They've got no vitamin added things really to them. This is what you would get if you ate a concentrated amount of fruit and vegetables and berries and things into your system. So along with the fruit, veg, and berries, we also have the Kiddies Chews. And this is a product that part of the Juice Plus plan for us is to get our families healthy. And with it, so with every adult's order, premiums, berries, veggies, fruit, you can also be sponsored to have your children's products for free. So that's the really awesome thing about Juice Plus, is actually they've really got your family's health in mind. We're really working towards improving the entire family's health in the best way we can. Really, really awesome, caring company. So then that takes me into basically this is our shakes. Sorry, the light's shining. There we go. Complete shakes. I've just got the vanilla one today, but there's a vanilla and a chocolate. And so these are your micronutrients. These go into your body. They'll go into your bloodstream within 5 and 7 minutes. So you're really getting the energy really fast. These are your macronutrients. This is where some of your proteins and things are coming from. So this is a shake that is not a meal replacement, but it's actually a booster. The level of proteins and things in this are actually not too high, so it's not replacing a whole meal. You can still have your other protein sources as a meal later, and you're not going over, because there's such a thing as eating too much protein as well. Something that a lot of people don't realize. So along with the caps, the chews, the shakes, you also, when you sign up for any of these products, you also get a lifetime subscription to our program, which is mostly all online. It's also our wonderful team of people and support. There's an unlimited amount of support. There's 24-hour support online. There's our Juicy Transformation page and group, which is all inspirations for living. There's recipes, there's shopping guides, there's weight loss guides if you need, and just a wonderful community of inspiration to help you with any of your goals. So just checking my time. I think that's about me. So if I've missed anything, I'm sure Tanya can cover it up for us at the end of this. And I'm sorry, I'm not sure who I'm handing on to. Just passing on to the next speaker, Sarah Bailey. Sarah Bailey.
Thank you, Tammy. Hey guys, I'm Sarah and I'm talking to you from Nelson. And I've been on the product. I hope you can see me all right because my computer's not really too great out here. I've been on the product for 4.5 months now. My sister introduced me to it because I suffered majorly from menopause symptoms. I've actually had to make a list because I've forgotten what symptoms I was experiencing because I'm not experiencing them anymore. So I'm sorry, I've had to make a list. I was getting things like headaches, mood swings, bad bowels, hot flushes, zero energy, nosebleeds, and achy bones. And when I say achy bones, I was lying on my left-hand side in my bed and my whole leg would just cramp up, and I'd be getting a lot of cramping at night time as well. So I've actually sat down and thought about it tonight as to what kind of symptoms I was experiencing, and I had to really remember it because, as I say, within a couple of weeks of being on the products, I kissed goodbye to all my symptoms, and I'm experiencing such a huge change that I'm actually doing the exercises in the morning, which I'm 49, and I have never been the kind of person to exercise ever. And so I get up and I do exercises in the morning, and say symptom free since 2 weeks after starting the products. As well as the products, I've also, as Tammy mentioned about the program online, just over the last few days, I've joined up with a few other ladies with our 30 Days of Gratitude program. And it's all part of the program, which you get access to these fantastic resources. And so a group of us are doing the 30 Days of Gratitude, and we just help each other along. As well as that, my 2 daughters, who are 12 and 14, are on the children's products, so being sponsored by myself and my brother-in-law. And the changes in them are absolutely amazing. They've both got so much more energy now. They're eating a lot better. They're not just snacking on anything. They're actually going to the fridge and looking for decent food. Georgia, my oldest, is actually getting in the kitchen with me and cooking good, decent food, and she's really experimenting, which is fantastic. So that's pretty much my side on the products, and I think I've cramped it down to well into my 2 minutes. So now I'm going to pass you over to our very beautiful Karen and see what she has to say. Thank you.
Hi guys, thank you Sarah. I'm Karen and I am a Juice Plus lover. I have been on the product now for 9 months, and who I am now is a completely different person than who I was 9 months ago. I was introduced to them through a girlfriend, and in a long story short, I have just spent the last 25 years overseas, been through the ringer, came home absolutely depleted of energy, life force, completely, downtrodden at this point, and I had nothing to lose. So I did start the product through our JBT program, known as the Better Body Challenge that Tammy talked about earlier, which is phenomenal. It's a lifestyle change with all the help you can possibly get. Having done that, I have been blessed to turn my life around. I now sleep a solid 8 hours. I can wake up in the morning and totally energized, ready to take on the day, basically kick ass and take names, which has been a long time coming. I have been a lifetime sufferer of migraine headaches. They started when I was a teenager and have never managed to get rid of them until we have our magic beans. So the body loves them. I haven't had a migraine headache in the last 9 months, to be honest, and I am so grateful for that, because typically when I have them, they take me out for a couple of days. I've also noticed that my asthma, I am no longer having to worry about where I am keeping my asthma inhaler, if it's on my person, because I haven't had to use it, which is phenomenal, because asthma is not something that I really like to have personally. I also have, like Sarah, I'm a little older, so I've done the hormonal thing as well, and I am really happy to say that I have evened out those hormones, and I'm no longer the dragon lady 1 minute and nice as pie the next. So having that all flatlined, life is really fantastic and so worthwhile on every possible level. I am just truly blessed and really happy that I was introduced to the product and ready to go, ready to take on the next 80 years, if I'm lucky enough to live that long. So for now, I am going to pass you over to the wonderful Maxine, who will tell us her business story.
Thank you so much, Kieran. I have been on the products for about 18 months, and I can definitely echo what Kieran was saying, because I have also had the fantastic result with my asthma. When I started the products, I was Ventolin independent. I was probably taking it 2 or 3 times a day. In winter maybe more, and every winter I would get a really bad chest infection. So since being on the products, not only have I had no chest infections, I haven't been ill at all, not once. And I've been surrounded by lots of people this winter who have been very, very sick, and I haven't been, and that's the honest truth. So for me, I mean, better energy, lots of other benefits, but you know, to heal from something like asthma was massive for me. So I'm really going to talk about the business and why I said yes to the business. I'm a registered nurse by background, and I had obviously worked in traditional work for many years of my life. That was you know, the get paid an hour for working an hour. And I did find it difficult because in the normal medical profession, I wasn't really very aligned with my own values. I wanted to work more holistically with people, more naturally, and eventually I did end up going into my own business as a natural therapist, and that was a lot better. It was much more aligned with my values, but again, I was still having to work an hour to get paid an hour, in fact more than an hour really, because when you run your own business, as anyone who has run their business knows, that is a really, you know, you're working a lot of other stuff, doing a lot of other work that you're not getting paid for. So I was still kind of stuck in that position where I was working a lot, and I was getting to the age where I really wanted to create some freedom in my life. My children were leaving home. I really want to travel a lot. I want to be really free. If my grandchildren come along, I want to be available to them. I don't want to have to be at work slaving away. I just want to be free to do the things I want to do in my life. So when I saw this business opportunity, I really loved it. It was giving me the opportunity to work online from home, from anywhere in the world, and it was also going to give me that ability to create passive income, which would grow over time. And I can say that is what's happening to my income since I've started in this business. It has grown steadily every month, and you can't really say that in a normal job. So yeah, I'm very excited about what it's going to be able to create for me in the future, what it's already creating now. And I would really encourage anyone, you know, if you're sent this video, just take a look at it with an open mind. You know, there's nothing dodgy about it. It's just a wonderful business model which will give you freedom, flexibility, and on top of that, a fantastic, wonderful community of people to work with as well. So I'm now going to pass over to Pete. Thank you.
Hi everybody, I'm Pete, and I'm going to tell you a bit about why I decided to join the business. And for me, I'd been on the product for about 18 months to have some really great results for myself. And in the end, it became a matter of, well, I really had to join it because I had news that a guy I used to work with a long time ago just had gone through a battle with prostate cancer and beat it. And another workmate job that I just left, he just been diagnosed with prostate cancer and just started treatment for it. And another ex-workmate as well, his wife just been diagnosed with leukemia. And these people around my age, and they shouldn't be getting sick. They should be living good lives, looking forward to their retirement and being healthy, you know. So I sort of felt compelled to join the business for that reason to start with. And once I sort of joined, the vision sort of became a lot bigger as well. Now I'm getting closer to retirement, working in a normal job. I'm only getting 4 weeks a year holiday, 2 of those I had to take at Christmas. 5 days a sick leave a year, which I can't take because I don't get sick anymore. So I sort of, I've lost where I was, sorry. Yeah, what are more choices in life? You know, getting closer to retirement. I want more time for myself to do the things that I love. And one of the things that I love, that I found a long time ago, is I love putting smiles on kids' faces. Kids that are disadvantaged, kids going through a hard time with their own health. I saw this when I was in hospital once with one of my step kids with cancer. It just really struck me that this shouldn't be happening in the world, and I just wanted to help them, wanted to put a smile on the face, do something. So I sort of figured that I could do that with another love of mine, which is old cars, and doing something that's called the Variety Bash, where the whole group of people go out into communities and just go and help kids, give to kids, put smiles on their faces, give them some hope. And that's really why I'm in the business now. I'm passionate about that, and that's where I want to go with it. I want to leave my traditional job and do this full time and just concentrate on what I do, what I love, live my dream instead of my boss's dream. I'm making money for him, which I'm actually saving money for him every year. He's living his dream, but I'm not. But I want to live my dreams. That's what I'm going to do. Now I want to pass you over to my lovely wife, Tanya. He's going to tell you why she's doing the business as well.
Hey, thanks everyone for the stories. I love hearing everybody's stories. It's really fantastic. Everybody has their own journey through this, their own health journey and their own lifestyle journey. And so for me, you've heard a little bit about my health. So because this product and program made such a massive impact on my health, I really decided that was a huge reason why I decided I wanted to join the business and say yes to this opportunity. I had just watched my dad pass away with cancer, and I watched him struggle on a physical level trying to get through it. He also had heart disease, so he had a triple bypass in the middle of his chemo, and he left us a year and a half before he was supposed to leave us. And he was way too young anyway, and I just, after he passed away and this opportunity came into my life, I thought, I just want to be able to help people, prevent them from getting so sick. I don't think anybody deserves to die a horrible death. I don't think anybody deserves to be that sick and to be that sick all their life or some of their life and not to actually live their life the way they want to. I was also stuck at that time inside a job that I felt like was not taking me anywhere. I was sick and tired of getting told how much I was going to earn, how many hours I had to work, what if I could have leave, when I could take sick leave, if I could even have sick leave. And I was just really struggling with feeling like I couldn't really make a positive impact on the world. I felt like I was watching people die, and I just wanted to help them get better. I wanted to help them live a better life. I also felt like my husband and I were not getting ahead financially. My income was capped, his income was capped. You know, we were in a JOB. As you know, Maxine talked about before, you know, it's the traditional business model when you're stuck in a day job means that you are actually only creating someone else's dream, or even, you know, making someone else's dream happen. You're not actually setting yourself up for your future. And after, you know, looking at traditional businesses and realizing the phenomenal amount of risk that you had to take to jump into this, and, you know, that you had to wait, you know, at least a year or two before you could even start to make any money from it, I felt like this was the smartest and the fairest business model that I had ever come across. And I knew that it was the only way that I was actually going to be able to get ahead in this in our life in terms of our finances, so that we could actually have a really good retirement. You know, we really were stuck on, we had so many dreams that we wanted to create, but we only had a certain amount of income, and we knew that that was not going to get us those dreams that we wanted. We wanted to be able to travel. Travel was massive for us. Travel is still massive for us. And I know when I first started this business, it was just a pipe dream. But then after 4 months of being in this business, I left my day job, and my husband and I traveled around Asia for 9 weeks. And during that time, we had money land in our account. You know, we had to, you know, Pete wasn't actually earning an income at that time because we had to take so much time off. And of course, a day job didn't give him much time off. He only had a certain number of weeks left. So my pay had to cover all that. And if it wasn't for this incredible little side gig that I had created while I was working full time, there's no way that we would have been able to do that. We would not have been able to travel for 9 weeks around Asia like we did. So I am forever grateful for this incredible opportunity that I have been given, that we all have been given. And the blessing is that I've been gifted a huge team of beautiful people who I would never have even met if it wasn't for this business, because it has created so many other new friendships in life now. And so I feel like this beautiful tribe is actually my family. So it's really lovely to be here. So I just want to farewell you on that and say thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you are sitting there and you are really questioning, oh, this kind of sounds good, but I've got a few questions, I don't know if this is right for me or not, then please reach out to the person who sent this recording to you and just get your questions answered. There's nothing worse than regretting something that you really could have done a lot earlier because you were too afraid to ask any questions. It's totally normal to be questioning everything, and we just want to make sure that you feel like you're doing the right thing, you're making the right decision, and that you get all your T's crossed and your I's dotted. So thank you for joining us tonight, and have a beautiful evening.